Hello everybody and welcome to the Roshamjoe Paints Little Guys Big Focus. Today what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be taking a look into the master-crafted power swords that the Primaris Bladeguard are using, and specifically the power sword that I like to make is the one that has the electricity flowing through it. There's a couple, when you look it up, I find multiple different options for power swords, ranging from this lightning effect, which I don't really see anywhere, so that's why I'm putting it out there, but also the like the blue transition, kind of like a Necron blade, which I thought was more of a Force sword thing from the Grey Knights. If anyone actually knows and has a definitive answer, go ahead and put it down in the comments. But that being said, let's go ahead and get it started, and I'll show you how I do them. All right, so my step one to creating this effect is to draw lines going from the edges of the sword wherever I feel like they should be. You know, a little bit of a straight line, then change your angle. Maybe do one that crosses over the whole thing, like this, comes down, and then takes another angle this way, and then ends up back here at home at the node. Now, that isn't the finished product, obviously, but what we're going to do is we're going to come back in and just make sure that we have nice solid lines. And I want them to be mostly straight. We're going to clean up a lot of this with the next two layers, but this is the base of the bolt that's going to be coming out, or the power that's going to be coming out. Now, because lightning and electricity doesn't necessarily always follow a straight single path, it can branch out. Well, let's add some branches. So now we're going to come here, and we're just going to add a second one that comes out this way, right? And we're just completely freehanding this, making this up as we go. Let's have another one where this joint was, and it comes up this way. And maybe this one will continue forward up here, right? So now we've started to get, you know, what looks more like electricity coming out, and we want to go back and make sure that these lines, again, these ones, the lower layers can be thicker, but the as you go up and you progress into the higher layers, you want to make them thinner and thinner, but that way it almost appears like the lightning is the other color and this is just the glow. So now I'm gonna actually, you know, why don't I just connect these two, because there's no reason not to. And I'm gonna come off this way, just down like that, and maybe one more over here, something like that. And then you can change these as you see fit. So now I've got Baharroth Blue, which is actually an edge paint, but you can use any blue that is just lighter than the previous one you just ended up using. And we're going to make, or we're going to attempt to make thinner lines that run along the same path that we just created. So these I'd like to make a little bit thinner and a little bit straighter if possible, but still running along the tops, and mostly in the center if you can. So you can see how I'm defining, and like we're going to have a little bit of the darker, the darker color is going to glow a little bit from the outer side, but this is going to be a thinner, I gotta watch out for my camera, a thinner version. So let's continue here, make this straight line right here, just like that. For our next layer, we're now going to be using White Scar, and here you can focus if you want and just do kind of where the lines intersect, like this. And again, very, very light. You know, you're just looking to make it look like the whitest, hottest parts where the electricity has met or has broken off from each other. I actually like to do the entire thing because I think it looks cool. Again, it's like something along these lines where you give it a nice, well, something along these lines where you go and get more paint. Make sure you get a nice fine tip, and then just draw that line right down the blue where you had the other one. This, and then come out here. And then, so what you can see, hopefully, is the lines themselves, while I'm now covering them with white, you can see the blue around them, and it looks like this, the white is the actual electricity going through, but when it, you know, it's emanating like a bluish glow. And finally, the last step here is I'm going to follow up with a glaze of Guilliman Blue, but I'm going to have this really, really, really watered down. I don't want to actually, I just want it to kind of tie the colors together like a shade would and settle, but overall I don't want it to be like, you could see I'm painting it on, but you almost can't even see it. So what this is going to do is it's just going to knock the white down just a bit, and it's going to bring out a slight blue, and just kind of, for me, it just ties the blade together. Let me show you my other one that I already finished as well. So this is my completed, what do you call these guys? The Primaris Bladeguard, and there's the other effect, same thing, where, you know, it's a little bit of blue, a little bit of lightning effect. Overall, it ties in well, and I know that not all power swords are done this way. I like this electricity effect. So there you have it. Pretty simple method to create what I consider to be a pretty cool looking effect. 4 paints: Lothern Blue, Baharroth Blue, White Scar, and then some glaze over the top. Just watered down, thinned with your normal water. So if you enjoyed that, let me know down below. Like, comment, subscribe, and all the other normal YouTube things. And until next time, have a good one.